Giraffe Tools sent me their brand new Grand Falls 2.6 gallons per minute, 1350 PSI pressure washer. And this thing is a beast. From July 8th to July 11th, it is Prime Day. And if you head over to Giraffe's website, there is a link in the description. You will get 20% off of one of these pressure washers. And if you use discount code DAVE, you get an additional $50 off. So go check them out. They are well worth the money. And let's show you guys what they can do. So I installed the previous Giraffe pressure washer, and it looks like the bracket is pretty close to the same. I think it just has this extra rib right here that the other one did not. And the great thing about these pressure washers is they're all already pretty much assembled. They're definitely heavy. Oh, yeah. This actually looks really nice. You can see the pump motors right here. The great thing about this unit is it doesn't have to be wall mounted. You can leave it on the ground just like this and use it as is. I know that's a big selling point for people that are renting or they're unable to drill holes in the wall where they're at. This thing is going to work great. It has a 50-foot hose. It's going to reach pretty much everywhere you're gonna want. If you're gonna wash a car, detail a car, spray off a driveway, the hose is long enough to reach. Another thing is the 50-foot hose. It's a lot shorter than the 100-foot hose, so you should have a lot better pressure and a lot better response time from the electric motor. That is the biggest issue with having a longer hose is response time. I know a lot of people make a really big deal about it, but if you're just washing a car with a pressure washer, it's not that big a deal. I know people make such a huge deal about it, but it's just a little bit of a delay. Just a warning, these pressure washers are not light. Mounting them is a process. I really like this different style rubber hose compared to the normal, they're like a PVC. It bends. I like it a lot better. I feel like this is the way pressure washers, and you could get it like, look at that. I mean, it might kink. Maybe not. It just keeps pulling on itself. Ooh, and I like that retractor. Oh yeah. This is a major upgrade. This whole system right here, I like this way better than the last system. It just seems to work, sounds better. It pulls a lot harder. It's on a different spool. I know it is a 50-foot hose instead of a 100-foot hose, but it just seems like the older one, it was a lot harder to, if you had it almost all the way out, to get it to retract because of spring in there. I don't know if it was just like not strong enough, but this definitely feels like it's, I mean, it's got a spring in there now. Where you connect the hose, they have this little plug right here, and it has a screen. Before, the previous model, it had a hose that came off and the screen was in the hose. So this is a lot nicer. Also, it has over here, it has a sight glass because there's oil in the pump or in the motor part of the pump. So then you could see what the level of the oil is at if you're losing any oil. You can also change the oil up here. Here is the fill plug, and on the bottom is a drain plug. They're both the same. Really convenient. Another really cool feature about this version of Giraffe's pressure washer is this pump is fully exposed, meaning the inlet for the water is right here and the pressurized outlet is right here. So this means you can mount this unit out of sight, out of mind. If you have a water filtration system, you want to have spot-free rinse, you can mount this where all of that equipment is, and then you could run this pressurized hose through a wall so you don't have to see this or hear it. And then it could just connect in your garage or outside, which is really awesome. The other thing is Giraffe sells pressure hoses. So you can get one of their spools This is a 50-foot spool. I don't know what spools come with the rubber hose, but this is a massive upgrade of what they usually have, the PVC stuff. I really, you know, Kings, it's hard to, you know, it's hard to spool up. This is just really, really easy. And you can get them, I believe, in 65, 50, 65, and 100. So that would just be a really, really nice option, because then you could have just a spool mounted on the wall. This is probably sticking out 2.5 feet. It wouldn't be sticking out, or you could have it outside. Whatever it may be, it's just a really nice option, because most of the time when you're gonna get a unit that you can mount out of sight, out of mind, it's gonna be in the like $3,000 range, which this is a very affordable option for any of those car guys that wanna have a really nice detailing setup. Oh yeah, that looks great. You have our foam cannon mount. Look at that, like butter. Provide, and it has another screen in it. So the only reason I'm going to use this one is it bends really nice. Air out of the system. I'm going to go with the turbo nozzle, because usually these are the most demanding nozzles on a pressure washer. There we go. The first thing I've been wanting to really clean up is the forklift. I got it. It's really grimy, oily. There's diesel and oil that's been leaking everywhere. Down here you can see hydraulic fluid. It needs to be cleaned. So this is going to be the first victim of the new pressure washer. I'll even pull this cover right here and the transmission cover right there. Electric did a really good job. You can see most of this stuff is really clean, and all this grease has probably been caked on for the past 50 years. This is a really old Clark, or no, it's a Heister forklift, but all the injectors are now clean. All this is cleaned up. It got that really good. It actually took most of this heavy grease off of here and here, and especially all the hydraulic hoses. I probably need to just let this thing soak in some oven cleaner for like a week, and then I can come in and pressure wash it, because it's really gonna have to break down this built-on heavy grease. But it was even getting some of that, because this over here, it had a ton of that on there. And then down here, it got this whole red hose. I didn't even know this hose down here was red. It got that hose all cleaned up. Hurt your wrist yet?
Yeah. Watch. Oh, yeah, it's nice and smooth. You don't feel the pressure pumping through the handle.
Yeah, plus it's, the last one was like super weak because it wasn't very, so this is 2.6 gallons per minute. The other one I believe was 1.2, but it was more PSI. This one's less PSI, it's 1650, but it's more gallons per minute.
Yeah.
So it's almost like a gas pressure washer, I think. Oh, you need to adjust it. Hold on. You can, I think you adjust it one way or the other. They'll fan out.
I like this truck, can you tell?
Oh!
This is different. I've never had a power washer with that.
I think you just turn the whole thing, right?
Oh, yeah.
Well, maybe you just turn the top knob.
No, it's yeah, that does.
Soap.
It's all the way open.
Oh, you need more soap than that.
Probably good there, huh?
Yeah.
Easier just to adjust it while you're doing it.
Yeah. I'm not a professional detailer by any means, but I do spray off a ton of caked on dirty, greasy engines, car parts, subframes, transmissions, wherever it may be, differentials, axles. And this is probably by far the best electric pressure washer I have ever used. I've used a ton of them. They've never met up to my standards, and I've always really been disappointed in them. And this pressure washer, I mean, it does not disappoint. I'm very surprised. I can't even describe how surprised I am. I was expecting a lot less. I was expecting it to maybe be able to pressure wash cars off, and that's not saying much, but to be able to pressure wash grease off an engine block, that is definitely saying something. I mean, it's I'm going to be really, and plus I do really like this rubber hose. This rubber hose is like the cherry on top. If you guys haven't had one of these without one of those PVC hoses, I mean, I hate those PVC hoses, but this thing is like, it works great. Grimy transmission, and if it gets all the stuff off of this thing, it's going to be a beast, because so far I haven't got an electric pressure washer to clean grime like that off. So man, that's with no cleaner or anything. It's getting it all the way down to the block. Look at the starter, it looks brand new. This thing is a beast. This works better than my gas-powered one. I just feel like cleaning this whole floor now. Thing rips. After cleaning a bunch of surfaces and things, greasy, grimy things with the Giraffe Tools pressure washer, I'm gonna have to say this thing's a beast. You're gonna be very surprised when you try one of these out. I've had electric pressure washers that really didn't work very well. You get them, you're excited about them, and then you start to use them, and the thing is they have really high PSI numbers, but the gallons per minute aren't there. This thing, I don't have a tester or gauge, but I'm pretty sure, it says it's putting out 2.6 gallons per minute. I'm pretty sure it's doing that. I mean, it was making my wrist hurt. It felt like when you're at the car wash with those kind of wands spraying off your car, and it had similar pressure to it. So I cleaned the concrete in the shop. I cleaned the concrete outside the shop. It worked perfect for that. I also was using the turbo nozzle. I cleaned an engine block with no cleaning solution on it. The transmission, the starter, I mean, it made the starter look brand new. It took all the grime off the engine block. Just very surprising that electric pressure washers are really coming this far. I will put a link down in the description for the Giraffe Tools pressure washer, just because I think, you know, I'm going to use it daily. I mean, I'm very surprised. I think it's going to be a great product, and I don't see any reason why not to recommend it at this point, because, you know, you guys know me. I'm not going to recommend something that I don't truly believe in. So I'm going to end the video here. If you like these videos, make sure to click the subscribe button, throw a thumbs up, throw a comment below. If you haven't clicked that bell in the corner, click the bell. And as always, see you guys next time.